Steve Kreminger.
All right,
Gonna
Steve.
say a few words.
Use the power.
Thank you, Sandy, and I appreciate being able to be here with all my brothers and sisters. Okay, mostly sisters.
And Granny.
The Raising Grannies, the most progressive and activist group next to Forum that we have here in the South Bay. The labor movement stands with this progressive coalition in calling for hands-off Social Security. It's an important program that people who are in the labor movement, others who are working people that don't have the benefit of unions, need to be able to count on. And so I have a birthday wish that really is a demand. I think when we talk about demands, it gets the Raging Grannies that much more motivated. So let's call it a birthday wish demand. When we blow out the candle on the birthday cake, that candle is to say, close the tax loophole to corporations, tax the upper income, 1% of Americans, what they should be taxed, and deal with the military budget that's bloated and way out of proportion. We're spending too much money where we shouldn't spend it. We have people's needs that should come first, and if we get some of these priorities in place, our country can begin to get back on track and deal with the cuts at the state, national, and local levels that are so devastating to all of us. So the labor movement is with all of us here. We're happy to share this with you, and I'm looking forward to my cupcake. Thank you.
All right. Hey, here comes your cupcake, baby.
All right. Our final speaker before the Raging Grannies comes on is Bob Lindley, who's here for the Federation of Retired Union Members.
All right. Thank you, Sandy, and thank you also, Steve, for the nice words. Social Security is a very important and becoming more important item in the economic life of this country. More and more companies are eliminating their defined benefit pension programs and requiring people to provide for their retirement in tax-deferred savings programs, also known as 401k. Thank you, Sandy. I hear the difference now. When I was working for a large company in this community, I was told that the foundation of retirement was a three-legged stool. The pension from the company, employee savings, and Social Security. Well, that company now no longer has a defined benefit pension program. And I wonder what they're telling the employees now is the foundation of their retirement. You read the statistics on Social Security. Most of the people on Social Security now do get a pension program in addition to Social Security. But that is going to fade away, which makes Social Security much more important. Raising the cap on Social Security, or eliminating the cap, also is important because currently the payroll tax of Social Security is about the most regressive tax in this country because the people with low income pay the full rate, whereas people somewhere over $200,000, like maybe around $240,000, pay only half the rate that people pay who are less than the cap of $106,000. And then when they go on up, which in this country, in the last decade, the salaries of management and CEOs has skyrocketed, whereas the salaries of the factory floor workers has not gone anywhere relative to inflation. The poor are getting less, the rich are getting richer, and we talk about the recession, we talk about the depression. These used to be called panics. They don't hurt the rich. The rich have assets that are beyond what they need. And when they see the poor struggling, having to sell their assets, the rich buy them up and become richer. So that's what we have to worry about. Who is going to support people in their old age? You realize that before 1935, people were expected to work until they died. There was no government pension. Many employers did not provide a pension. People didn't work to earn enough money to be able to save anything. So they just kept on working until they died on the job. This should not happen.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Sam.
All right.
Amen.
Can I hear an amen?
Amen. Okay, I think all of the speakers, one person came up to me in the middle of this rally and says, one point that hasn't been made is a very good point, is that then if they try to make all the rest of us work until we're 70, then what happens to jobs for the young people who have a 25% unemployment rate right now? It makes no sense, because the other thing that's going around a lot, and I've heard it everywhere from city council to everybody else, is that we're all so poor, that this recession has made us so poor. That we don't have enough wealth anymore. All of a sudden, overnight, we've been turned into some third world country or something. But the fact of the matter is, we're wealthier now than we've ever been. Martin Luther King said 40 years ago we have enough wealth to take care and to end poverty in America 40 years ago, and we have 40 times that wealth right now. Are people aware of the figures for profits for the Silicon Valley 150 last year? Are you aware that the largest corporations in Silicon Valley had their second most profitable year ever in 2009? In fact, Mercury News has an article here. It says their only problem is they can't figure out what to do with all that money at the time when our community centers are closing, our pensions are being undermined and taken away, our wages are being cut back, our health care plans are being reduced, and everybody's saying we're too poor. It's not true. We're wealthier now than we've ever been. We've been more productive. The only problem is those jobs that productivity is being made by technology and by machines, and we don't have jobs, so we need to find a new way to make sure that all of us have enough to live on, and Social Security is the foundation of making sure that all of us have enough to live on. So that's my 2 cents. I need to point out a couple of things. Remind everybody there's petitions back there to sign to save Social Security for future generations. The other thing is there's an educational meeting and rallying meeting that we're having on August 30th. It's going to be at the Labor Temple at 6 p.m. It's Monday, August 30th. There's flyers there. Come, we're going to have more discussion, more education, and make plans to take this issue out into all the various campaigns and the highways and the byways to get the word out. And at that, what I'm going to do, the other thing we're going to be working on, we're going to send delegations to the offices of our Congress people to ask them to sign a pledge to protect Social Security for no cuts. All right. Okay, now it's been really rough. I've been holding off the Raging Grannies for the last half hour, and I can feel they got to sing. So I'm going to turn over the microphone to them and let the party